This is actually a reel for those who are our younger audience, or someone who's younger who's thinking about maybe a career in accounting. And I thought it'd be worthwhile actually just putting out a post about what is accounting and just kill off that stigma that it is a really boring job. Us at NGR Accounting, we are accountants, and just to look at accounting, there is different types of accountants. There's auditors, basically making sure that whatever financial statement or what you're representing as maybe your profit and loss or your assets liabilities on a balance sheet actually represent a true and fair position. There's accountants who work with big businesses, and all they do is just the accounting and the finances, the numbers on that big business. And then there's people like me, tax agents. So I run a small business. I have a few different team members, and what we typically do is we do the mum and dad style business work. We've got businesses where the turnover that says sales is between $1 and $10 million. We do financial statements using products like Xero. And on top of that, we understand and interpret the taxes of this nation. So pretty much anything that's got to do with the ATO, with income tax or GST and a few other different taxes out there like FBT, we know all about that, and we help people process that sort of stuff. Accounting is so much broader than doing financial statements. Sometimes there's some analysis. Like one area that I wish I got into back in the day was forensic accounting. And that's where you're basically trying to find out fraud, or where maybe there's some hidden numbers. And this happens. Say, for example, a business owner, or maybe there's an employee in the business who's high up, where they're doing fraudulent activity, but they're hiding it in the numbers. And there's accountants who go and find that stuff. And it's just like trying to find the missing piece of the puzzle or a needle in a haystack. You could even just do bookkeeping, which is just an everyday, I guess, reconciliation, or that's a fancy word for accountants to basically say it's like putting all your clothing into the different drawers. But there are so many different aspects. And I would invite anyone who has got any career questions about wanting to become an accountant or go down this path of the finance industry to reach out to me. And I think it's really important for our young people to know what they want to do. And lastly, I would say that over your career, you might be a little bit older, not in high school, and you're thinking about a career change, and that is okay, and it's so normal. Guys, leave the comments. What do you think? What do you think about accounting?